friends, I Shalini Taylor, Assistant Professor in Biani Group of Colleges, Jaipur, welcome you back on behalf of GuruKPO.com. Since we are talking about the animal cell culture, let's move on to the next topic in the series. So today's topic is about the culture laboratory used for the animal cell culture. Well, we have already discussed what is the culture. So we have to design a specific kind of laboratory where we can culture different types of cells according to our need. So basically this is the layout. This is the layout of the culture lab where the most primitive requirement or requisition for the development of the lab is that the lab should be having the aseptic area. The lab should be completely equipped with the instruments or the materials or the instruments etc. which are completely contamination free, right? So starting from the entrance, we have a corridor from where we can have a storage area where the equipments or the necessary chemicals can be stored. Then we have the preparation area. Preparation area is the area where the media is being prepared for the culturing purpose. Next we have the water purification unit, which is very important. Again, next we have the area where the ovens and the autoclaves are being kept. Wherever the place of ovens and autoclaves is present, there should be a specific air passage. There should be the presence of exhaust around the laboratory. Then we have again a gallery, and there is the wash up area, or you can say the cleaning area, where the petri plates or whatever kind of glassware is being utilized for the culture purpose are cleaned here, right? On the left side of the lab, we have the storage area again, where the cryopreservation purpose is again we have the next storage area where the cryopreservative materials are being kept, right? Then we have the cold room where the refrigerators are being present. Then we have the area where the glasswares are arranged. The most important area is the presence where the working area is needed. Working area is the main area where we are able to perform our experiments, right? So around the working area, the different kinds of instruments like your microscopes or the centrifuge, microcentrifuge, or incubators, pH meters, right? All these small equipments or instruments are to be kept on the working bench. Next, opposite to the working bench are the LF room. These can be one or two, minimum 2 LF rooms should be present in a lab. Moving ahead to the LF rooms, we have the hot room, then the microscope room, and the most important is the culture room, where the cultures are being kept according to their pH, temperature, humidity, etc. Right? So this is the basic layout of a culture lab which is being used for the purpose of animal cell culture. Right? Now we discuss about the different types of instruments which are used for the culture. Instruments, as I said, that the primitive requisition for the development of the animal cell culture lab, there should be no contamination. So now the question arises, what is contamination, right? So contamination is the presence of any foreign particle which is responsible for the spoilage of the culture being produced, right? It can be any foreign particle, it can be any bacteria, virus or fungus or any other kind of antigen, toxin, any drug, any harmful chemical which is responsible for spoilage of the particular culture which we are performing in the laboratory. So in order to avoid the contamination, what we have to do is disinfection. Okay, what is disinfection now? Disinfection is the phenomena in which the non-living areas are being made contaminant free. Non-living area means all the glasswares, all the utensils, or all the working bench area of the whole complete lab, it should be made contaminant free. That is why we are saying disinfection is used for the purpose of cleaning or removing the contaminants from the non-living area. Next comes the term here is sterilization. Sterilization again is a term which is used for making the things contaminant free. So sterilization is again of two types. First is wet sterilization and the dry sterilization, राइट स्टेरिलाइजेशन का मतलब यहाँ पर है कोई भी चीज़ को कंटामिनेंट फ्री करना 100% मीन्स माइक्रो फ्री करना. बेसिकली द कंटामिनेंट्स are in the form of microbes, right? Like I said already, these can be viruses or fungi or any bacteria. Basically उसके अलावा यहाँ पर कुछ टाइप के टॉक्सिन्स हो सकते हैं. They can be any kind of antigens, etc. Right? So in order to remove all these contaminants, we have to use what? Sterilization. So sterilization is the technique for making the things or the areas micro-free 100%. So sterilization is being performed in two ways. First is the wet sterilization, or it is also known as the wet heat sterilization. So यहाँ पर wet का मतलब है the presence of steam, right? The presence of steam. Since we know that the pressure of steam is very much higher than the pressure of water, right? So the utensils or the media as well, or the glasswares, filter papers, scalpel, your inoculation loop, etc., all the things which are being utilized for the culture purpose are made sterilized using the wet heat sterilization, which is possible only through the autoclave. So autoclave is a very important kind of you can say the instrument which is based on the wet heat sterilization. That is the principle of autoclave is wet heat sterilization. Wet heat का मतलब यहाँ पर मैंने बताया आपको steam से है. So it is very much understood that the pressure will be very much high beyond 100 degree centigrade, that is 121 degree centigrade, and the pressure will be 15 psi. Here the psi stands for pressure square inch, right? And the time is given for this particular wet heat sterilization is the 15 to 20 minutes. Now what is the dry heat sterilization? Dry heat means there is no moisture is utilized for the purpose of sterilization. Understood? So no moisture means what kind of instrument is utilized then? Here the hot air ovens are being used. These ovens have the presence of a air fan which provides dry air in form of heat which is warm. You can say heat का मतलब है यहाँ पर कि वो हवा जो होती है warm होती है, so that it do not allow any kind of microorganism to develop or to germinate, right? So this dry air is being passed into the cabinet of the hot air oven which is being enclosed from all around, and it depends on the temperature. टेम्परेचर पर डिपेंड करती है का मतलब है कि कितना टेम्परेचर आपको प्रोवाइड करना है सो दैट द पर्टिकुलर काइंड ऑफ कंटामिनेशन डू नॉट अकर इनटू द कल्चर. This particular temperature can vary from 20 degree centigrade to up to 90 to 95 degree centigrade or more. In some cases, around 160 degree centigrade to 180 degree centigrade temperature is also being provided for the dry heat sterilization, or simply you can say the purpose of sterilization. Now the thing is, what kind of things we can sterilize using the autoclave as well as the hot air oven. Since we are saying that the hot air oven provides dry heat, it do not involve any kind of moisture for the purpose of making contamination free. The things which are being used is मीडिया. क्या हम मीडिया को भी, जो हमारा कल्चर मीडियम है जिसके वजह से हम हमारे एनिमल सेल का कल्चर कर पा रहे हैं, क्या उस मीडिया को हम हॉट एयर ओवन के थ्रू स्टेरलाइज कर सकते हैं? देन द आंसर विल बी नो. Why is it so? Because since we are having a temperature around 160 degree centigrade, or you can say below 160 to 100 degree centigrade, even then the media which is containing the carbon source, nitrogen source, fatty acids, different kinds of hormones, they all depend on a specific temperature which is around 37 degree centigrade plus minus 5 degree centigrade. Since why this temperature only? Because we are talking about the animal which is eukaryote, right? So if we talk about culturing any human cell or the skin cell taken out from a human body, then the temperature should be 37 degree centigrade. If you provide 37 degree centigrade using the hot air oven, then even then you cannot sterilize the media, because the presence of these particular sources in the media will get distorted, or simply they can be burnt out. The main reason is the charring of carbohydrates, and the basic source of carbon inside our body or any animal body or any microbial body is the carbohydrate, and if the source of carbohydrate is burnt out or is being destroyed, then there is no sense of providing the media. So make it very clear, whenever you are using the animal cell culture techniques and you are about to sterilize the media, never ever use hot air oven, right? Hot air oven is only utilized for the purpose of drying of the glasswares, right? Filter papers which are already wrapped inside the foil paper, aluminium foil, and different kinds of other metallic instruments, right? So for the purpose of sterilizing your media, autoclave is used. Autoclaving is being done for the media sterilization. Right? Moving on next, we have talked about the storage area containing the nitrogen gas freezers. So whenever you have sterilized the media or you are about to use it after a day or two, you can put them into the freezers. Normal freezers also. Normal freezers or normal refrigerators, right? So basically in the normal conditions, around 4 degree centigrade of temperature is being utilized for preserving the things like media or some kind of solutions in form of solidified way or in form of liquid, right? So 4 degree centigrade temperature is used. Also there is the need of preserving the antibiotics, whether they are in the form of lyophilized vials or they can be in the form of liquid or they can be in the form of any powdered state, right? But what if we need a temperature very much below or in the negative degrees, then there is the need of cryopreservatives. Cryo means frost or the freezing temperature, and preservatives, we all understand the components which are used for preserving the specific thing. So for example, suppose if you want to preserve stem cells or any egg cell or any sperm cell, then what you have to do, you have to cryopreservate it using the liquid nitrogen gas, which is having a temperature of minus 196 degree centigrade. This is the freezing temperature, but it has the ability to freeze the cell as a whole, not as the compartments of the cell, right? There is no crystal formation inside the cell body. So whenever we are needing, or we are having a need to develop the particular stem cell into a specific kind of organ or a specific kind of tissue, we can take out that particular cell from the liquid nitrogen, keep it at a room temperature or thaw it and let it come to its normal temperature, and it can be further utilized for the purpose of culture, right? So basic thing about the cryopreservation is the use of liquid nitrogen, or sometimes there is a chemical known as dimethyl sulfonate, DEMSO, is also used as a cryopreservative, right? Now comes what kind of glasswares can be used. Generally, glasswares are opted for the purpose of culture. Why glasswares are opted? Because these are having non-corrosive effect. These are non-corrosive, that is उनमें कोई rust नहीं होता, ये non-toxic होती हैं, right? इनके shape में कोई change नहीं होता. There is no change in the shape whenever you are using the glasswares or you are providing heat or very high temperature to the glasswares, then also they are not able to change their shape, that is they maintain their shape. So for all these purposes, these are being used, and simply they are cost effective also. But in case if you are not having the glasswares in enough amount, then you can also use plastic wares, especially in the form of Petri plates. These Petri plates are in the form of a lid and a base, right? So ये Petri plates आप already sterilized मंगा सकते हैं, which are in the form of use and throw Petri plates, or if you are using the Petri plates which are not sterilized or you want to reuse it again and again, then you have to sterilize them using the autoclave purpose, okay? इनके अलावा polystyrene coated materials are also used. Generally, the glasswares are being preferred. These glasswares are in the form of either the Petri plates, right, or the bottles. These bottles are further of various types like the rocks bottle, roller bottle, etc. These models are generally used for the primary cell culture, which we have already discussed in our previous lectures. So this is the basic need of a culture laboratory, the layout of the laboratory, and we have also discussed about the sterilization methods along with the types of contaminants, right? Now the main thing is the use of antibiotics. The antibiotics are used for preventing contamination, right? So different kinds of antibiotics are being used according to the cell type. Mind it, whatever kind of cell you are using from the source taken, it varies according to the body of the source, right? Suppose if the cell is taken from a human body, then the temperature need, pH need, humidity, buffers, etc. will differ. If you are taken if you are taking a cell from a avian cell, then also all these characteristics will vary. So it is very, very important to select a specific kind of media according to the cell type, right? So in the next lecture we will be going to discuss about the media, what is media and what kind of media preparations are should be used for the animal cell culture. Hope you like this video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe my video. Thank you so much.